This is how we do it. Okay, so right now I have um, so one thing I want you to know is that right now I have this is what I cut out, and I taped it back together. And this is not actually taped back together how I want it to be taped back. Um, I did that in order to not lose all my pieces because I will lose them or they'll end up somewhere. Because I have a toddler hanging around here, so they'll end up lost. So most of my pieces are right there. This is my original drawing or whatever. I'm gonna put that off to the side. This side view drawing, this is an important piece. I just did it on the edge of my paper. This is an important piece to the puzzle, so you're gonna need your side view. So if you haven't done the side view, you need to focus on doing that today. And for me, unlike the top drawing, I didn't like save the side view. I just drew it and cut it out, which is fine for you to do on this. Um, the next part that we're gonna do is we're gonna end up taking and making some different profiles for this view here. Um, so this particular piece, we want to make a couple of structural pieces, and like usually what I do is I kind of draw a line here. I might draw a line here. I might draw a line here at the chin. Just to start off with the basics, I'm gonna draw one by the eye too. So that's what I'm gonna do there. Now, a lot of times I don't even do this very, like I don't use a bunch of drawing tools and math to draw out the mathematics of it, but I do this. So I use the right angle of my paper, and then I hold it up to my piece. And in your case, you're gonna want to probably tape this in place, and then you freehand draw the profile that you want. Okay. So in this part, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little piece of tape, really easy, and then I'm gonna take where I drew that line there, and this sounds funny, but I'm gonna push it under that piece that I just did. I'm gonna put a piece of tape over it, and then I'm gonna hold it up like this. Oops, that came apart. Hold on, let me try one more time. Okay, rub that in. And then, now that I have this, I'm gonna hold one of these pieces. See if I can get a good angle on this. One of these pieces like this. And then I'm gonna draw a profile. I'm gonna lightly draw a profile. So that profile on this top part could be almost the shape of the top of your head. So when you turn it this way, you can see how this part is going to be the geometry of your forehead. And like, of course, this is not exact necessarily, but what it's doing is it's showing you a way to draw the mathematics of the head. Maybe your head is close to that size. I think that this is a good place to start for the geometry of it. So I'm going to take this one piece, and I'm going to go and do that for all of these, right? So the part where the nose is tricky because it's not going to be exactly just drawing a shape there. But doing this top part of the head and the bottom part of the chin, you know, making these two parts, one here and one here, make this one, make this two, making that a priority just to make your shape. I'm going to take this, and whatever I do, if this is part one, I'm going to do this times two. So I'm just going to go ahead and wing this. Cut it. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and trace it. I might take another piece right here. match that up. And some of this, you know, some of doing this is really difficult for me just because of my injury or my lack of hand on the left side. So I'm kind of used to being semi ambidextrous. We're just gonna go ahead and cut this the best that we know how to do it right now. So now I have a piece that I can add here, and then if you could see a piece that I can add here. Okay, so you can use your masking tape to help you do that when we get to this point. Well, I like doing that. So the second part, you're just gonna repeat that process, except for this part on the nose is the part that's gonna be the hardest. Okay, so the part on the nose, you're gonna end up, this part on the chin is gonna be similar to the top piece, to that forehead piece. But your part on the nose, I would do like I did before. Slide this here. And what you're gonna end up doing is drawing what you believe the side of your nose to look like from under your nose. It's weird because it's like I'm ended up drawing, if I was looking under my face, if I was looking under my nose, what would it look like? Looking from underneath, from my chin, like if I was doing a bottom view, you all did these objects, but essentially you're guessing this information right now. And I think that everybody is good enough with their drawing capabilities and where you're at now in 3D that you can end up kind of winging this, is improvising on this. So if I improvise that, I can check it. And you know what? It's relatively good here. There may be an area here where I want to trim this down a little bit. It's not the prettiest cut. But again, whatever thing you do here, let's say this is, I'm going to call this 3, even though we moved around. I'm going to always do it ×2. I'll make a duplicate of this piece. And so this part here, you'll duplicate again. So the idea here is for you to make a volumetric planar form here, just to build off of. And then here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up using the tape in the paper and abstracting this as a skin to go over our volumetric planar form. So this is basically what you should sort of have together. I ended up cutting a back piece, like a piece in the back to kind of tape, give me some structural support. This is only 1/2 of it. I made all of the other parts to go on the other side. So, yeah, this is what you should be focused on, just playing with that for now. You need a structural support.